Just today, on November 5th, President Trump was able to get his poll watchers to monitor the election in Pennsylvania. The election was on the 2nd, and we've seen millions of votes already counted. Zero transparency. In poll stations all over the country, where they're counting votes, they're covering windows with pizza boxes and keeping Republicans outside from monitoring the election. There's no transparency. On top of that, at 4 a.m. in Wisconsin, 65,000 votes were dropped. Every single one of the votes went for Biden. In Michigan, at 3:30 in the morning, 138,000 votes were dropped. President Trump predicted this. 138,000 votes. Not a single one went for President Trump. The only time I've seen this in elections have been in Cuba, in Venezuela, or in some type of dictatorship where the media is colluding with the corrupt politicians. This is unacceptable. Zero transparency. And massive fraud. William Bradley, born in March of 1902, died in the 80s. He voted this year. In Michigan, June Ankin also voted in Michigan, absentee ballot. He was born in 1900. Terry Mathis, also born in 1900, Wayne County, requested a ballot on the 2nd and returned it on the 2nd. The Democrats don't want voter ID laws. They want universal mail-in ballots for everybody, whether you requested one or not. And they want no signature verification. Here in DC, if you live in a studio or an apartment, there's a chance that you can get 4 or 5 ballots from 5 different tenants that used to live in that apartment. No voter ID, no signature verification, and ballots that don't belong to you, that's a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for fraud. That's how you end up seeing 100,000 ballots dropped in the middle of the night with Vice President Biden's name on them. That's not transparent. That's not something we need in the United States. We're going to keep fighting. We're not going to let them steal this election. We're going to watch the polls, and it's not over. Keep fighting, President Trump. It's not over.